Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And what a matchup this is. Two survivors of the expanded college football playoff grind, two of the top 4 seeds when it all began. Both sides have been challenged and pushed all year and through the playoff. Now it's time to find out who can take that final step, as we'll see the number 3 seed in this playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the ACC, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit, and this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. 1 game to determine the national championship. Fielded in the end zone. It's Price. Physical running, fights off the defender. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll try the right here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Brought down to the 28, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the 3rd down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a first down. There's another example of it right there.
With the catch, it's low. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
And they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Offense getting set, 2nd down play here. Back in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Tackle finally made, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it at the 34.
I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, you just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Back to throw again. The pass rush closing in. The shovel pass complete. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on their play. Made the catch, but he was surrounded. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Here comes the 7th play of a good-looking opening drive, but it's 3rd down now. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. The short completion at the tight end. They stop him, but it's a first down.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with it.
Runs through the defender. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Now the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Looks right for a quick completion. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Handoff here from the shotgun. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field of 5 wide. Looking downfield. It's Reed. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Short return tackle made at the 27. Crucial takeaway.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
First down, looking to throw the ball. He's a wide-open receiver, complete. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, and you've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing...
And he scores. Touchdown, Notre Dame. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense here.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
And the one after is good. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession, ended in a pick. Now here's the toss play. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. There's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Bringing pressure. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris. Is people like to say this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to vary things up and confuse the defense. This time the defensive line just came right in, expecting the pass, and blew up the play.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Owens.
You know, it's 3rd down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player. but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
And the returner steps out. They'll mark the football right there. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Makes a quick grab. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelbacker, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Second down, they're going to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Thomas. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Just great timing here with this quarterback and his wide receiver to pick up this first down. And really over the years, that's what Notre Dame's looking to get back to consistently, is being able to complement what they can do by running the football and to have a quarterback that can drop back and make the throw like this and keep the sticks moving and keep his offense out of harm's way.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Tailback with another carry. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
On third and short, they hand the ball off. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
That's the end of the first quarter. Notre Dame 14, Texas A&M 0.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
He's brought down at the 13-yard line. Second down.
This is the 6th play on the drive. Oh, a reverse. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carry.
The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. But it's incomplete. A 4th down stop. Turnover on downs.
Oh, my gosh. A drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Caught on the outside. It's Campbell. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Caught over the middle. It's Owens. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Caught in the backfield. It's Owens. And moves the ball to the 37 for a first down.
Oh, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Looking to throw it again. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's...
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And just like that, in one play, they moved to the scoring position at the 23.
Huge gain here by Texas A&M on a perfectly thrown ball and a great play by the wide receiver on the back end. These Texas A&M receivers can hurt you with their speed and execution when they get the ball thrown downfield.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. There's the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Trying to create here on the move. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
1st and goal, handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Here comes some more big bodies out for the defense.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
They get nothing on 2nd down. Sets up a 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll try to run this one in. He's swarmed by the defense.
They got to be thinking about a touchdown here. I know it's 4th down, but because of the hole that they've dug themselves here in this first half, you got to consider taking a chance here and putting a touchdown up on the board. I think it's worth it.
No surprise here. The coach has got the offense on the field. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. So a yard away from the end zone. The offense will go for it here on 4th down. Here's the option play. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Texas A&M. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kurt.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Point after, not quite through. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. Last possession, they passed on a field goal attempt, but got stopped on 4th down. Let's see how they play this one. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. He shreds the tackle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Here comes the up-tempo offense. 1st down. We're going to throw the football. Running back grabs it on the screen. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
2nd down play coming up. He's looking to scramble. He'll make the 1st down in that scramble. That's a tough one for this defense to give up. No huddle now for the offense. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Fighting off the defender. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid game. Stay ahead of the chains.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And now the running back's got it again. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their 1st of the half.
Well, another 1st down run for Notre Dame. And, man, they have such great history of running the football over the years. I know you know that, Chris, but not just the backs. You think of those offensive linemen they've had in South Bend. Just what a tradition and something I know they're very proud of.
And he's brought down, but that strong stiff arm earned him the 1st down. Notre Dame has moved now into the red zone. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment for this critical down. Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And he knocks it right through the uprights. And they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. We'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. With some pre-snap movement, back in motion. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me, it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this first half, that's the second sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Backs against their own goal line, looking to throw the ball. He's free around the 15.
Boy, it's second down and forever. You know they're going to throw the ball. They want to throw the ball, but to the credit of the defense, there's just nothing open. How about this quarterback? Instead of throwing the ball away, if he picks up some big yards, they get a real shot here now on third down.
To throw, it's Reed. Pressure is coming. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Notre Dame, 17, Texas A&M, 7.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half.
Set to advance on the football.
Fields it just outside the goal line. Returner tackle right there. That's what will start the drive.
Texas A&M offense will take over first and 10.
And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. The game moves the ball to the 20-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And now the running back's got it again. Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
On first and 10, looking to throw. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well. He didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
To the air, it's Reed. And this pass is on target, caught. It is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. They're trying to run it with the option. And the pass is incomplete.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Brought down, but he's past the line to gain.
Boy, the defense was in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. They get him down after a short return, but the interception gets the football back to the offense at the 36. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. That last possession produced a field goal, but more importantly, it milked the clock, and they do that again. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
This is exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he lofts one deep over the middle. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Well, close to coming up with a big play. I love this call here to start this second half because I think it not only do you come close to hitting a big play, but I think it also pushes those safeties back. It can open up the running game.
Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Moves left out of the pocket. He bought some time, now lets it go. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. He's got some room and some blockers here. Touchdown, Irish. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And the interception taken to the house, a pick six, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick six. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders who are making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
And the PAT puts them up 17 now. The kickoff team now sent to boot this one away. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick six last time out here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of one.
How about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
They went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. They'll run the option. Pitch to the back. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance and a really nice gain.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. They'll try to run for the first down. That's a big hit at the end, but they earned a fresh set of downs.
Good job up front by that offensive line, getting a good push to be able to allow the back to pick up this first down. This is an important drive for this offense. Now that they got a first down, they can open up this playbook and keep attacking this defense.
Takes the handoff. It's Owens. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Looking to pass this time. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
How about Notre Dame sending a backer here? He comes up with the sack. A little Rudy magic on this one. Well, they've had some great linebacker play over the years. Of course, think about Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith, who's now in the NFL and had a great career in South Bend. Notre Dame with great history at playing linebacker.
Tried to use his legs to make the first down. Couldn't get there. And now it's a 4th down call. The ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. Trying for a 4th down completion. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. Right is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Chris, this offense coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Gets loose, able to scramble for a solid gain. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. Looking to pass. It's Reed. He's running out of time here. And the ball to the ground. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
Well, already playing with the lead here in the national championship, this defense is opportunistic. Eyes on the football, running to the ball, good team pursuit. When that ball hits the ground, they jump on top of it for a critical turnover.
Running back with the football. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide.
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defense coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Notre Dame 24, Texas A&M 7.
On the ready. Green 25.
Now run it here. That's the running back with the ball. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle made at the 1-yard line, but it'll be first and goal.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. Now, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll try to run it in on first and goal.
Well, it is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Ball back at the 6 for second and goal off that loss. It's an option look. He'll pitch it. He'll be muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
See what they can do here. Third down and goal from the 1. Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Man, that is just incredibly impressive by this defense. And they're looking down there. They're incredibly hyped up, and they should be. That's a great goal line stand. Third down, and get able to come up with a tackle for a loss.
Met kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And that will extend their lead even further. So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage.
And the Texas A&M offense will take over. First and 10.
And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. A fumble the last possession only led to a field goal. Can they shake off that mistake and get it going here? Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Reed. And he lofts it toward the sideline. Dives to make the grab for a huge gain. But his defense has played well with a letdown there. A little too comfortable with this big lead at the moment, maybe.
Yeah, and what I love to see is this offense has not given up. This game has not gone the way they had hoped, but here they are taking a few swings late in this game. This one ends up working out, and now let's see if they can put another play or two together and get the points on the board.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-holed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Campbell. And that broken tackle will earn him 1st down yardage.
Another big gain by this wide receiver. This guy has had a great year all season long. You knew coming into the national championship he'd have a shot to make a lot of big plays. But give credit to the offensive coordinator, moving him around, allowing him to find space to do work.
And that's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit, they were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
That's reeled in. It's Miller. The pickup is 6, makes it 3rd down and 4.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Cannot escape. They've got him. It'll be a short loss, a yard or 2.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. And it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the second sack in this game.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Caught near the goal line. He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. And now they'll set up for the point after. And he knocks it right through. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot. So sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. Looking to throw it on first down. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Third down coming up after that running play. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. This is a big third down play coming up. If they can get the stop, you have to believe we'd see a timeout. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
Boy, incredible job here by this defense to create this turnover. It looked like this game was over, but now with this turnover, they got a chance to get back in the game.
And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. It's an out route, the catch made. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game. But they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Intercepted in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Here's the second down play. And it's going to be taken down there, but there is a flag on the field. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? A pop pass on the jet sweep. Drop for a loss after the catch on 3rd down. Sets up a 4th down now. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. Look at it, kick it away for the 2nd time. Not the way he wanted to kick it. And the coverage team gets the return to the ground. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
All of this pressure and sacks are starting to impact this quarterback. You can sense that internal timer is sped up a bit more than usual.
Send the back in motion. Looking to throw. It's Reed. And here's a deep throw with the clock winding down. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. Deep shot caught inside the 25. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down.
Hey, you're trailing late in the game like this. You're looking to get the ball thrown to the outside on the perimeter, make a nice catch, pick up positive yards, and then get out of bounds. If that defense is going to give it to you, take it every time.
They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
And that'll do it. We have a national champion. Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the 3rd downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game, and today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are official, your kings of college football and national champions, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.